Welcome to part two of the section of this February 12th post from FantasySportsProfessors.com. My name is Dr. John Bush, and we just did a video really looking hard at this graph once. So again, just kind of looking at the data, still early. Things are still very fluid. And, if people think they know now exactly what's going to happen, I would be concerned about consulting those experts. So I'm going to take you through my graphs 2 to 7, which break the above data down and report by the ADP rank. So I took each of the positions, re-ranked them according to how they fall on the ADP scale, and then we have our risk value to the average. And so what we did is each player has been assigned a risk, a numerical score. We then compare within each position those numbers, get an average, and subtract that value from each player's numbers. So if a number is positive, that means they tend to be higher than average. If a number is lower than the average, then they're low risk. And if they're close to the risk average, that would be average risk. So that's why I've got these annotations here of high, low, and average. And then these are, you see the dots there, but the symbols, it's meaning, 1 through 18. So the defenses, we only rank the 18. And so you can kind of get a feel for the patterns here. So this allows you to think about graph one, but then get a look a little bit in comparing value to the average, which I think is more important because you get the comparison aspect of value to the average versus just a numerical number. If we gave you the risk numbers, they would be a series of numbers, and I'm not sure you could see this graph in your head. Our system one doesn't really like that. If you've read a book on thinking fast and slow, which I would recommend that book, Thinking Fast and Slow, our system one doesn't do well at visualizing graphs in your head. So that's why I plotted it here. Here's our place clickers. And again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on defenses. So let's talk about quarterbacks. The tendency is to have low risk, and then the average, and then higher risk quarterbacks. So at some point, probably about round the 12th quarterback, you're starting to leave the so-called low-risk quarterbacks, and now you're starting to have a pool of higher-risk quarterbacks. So if you're a so-called low quarterback drafter, you would probably want to stay within the top 12, okay, at least according to this data. Greg, you looking for me?
Yeah, I'm here at 11.
Oh, I thought you changed to 11:30. You changed. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Come on.
I forgot I told somebody they could take their makeup from 10 to 11.
Okay. Come on.
So that's it. You don't know about Dr. Lance's lab key, do you?
No. What about
There's a girl
Dr.
out here waiting.
Well, I don't know anything about
I don't either.
Dr. Lance's lab key.
Yeah. I said, well, if it's not in her